InMotion is focused on athletes of any age and any skill level, and we really work with the patient to get them back to where they want to be. With most of my patients, they want to be somewhat athletic on a daily basis. We get high-level athletes, we get ex-professional athletes. The younger kids get better fast. As people age and their tissues age, it takes longer, especially if there's been a chronic injury, it takes a little longer to get them better. But we have athletic people that are still skiing in their 80s.
Because I hadn't been active, going up a slope obviously became more difficult for me. The big difference with Bryant was not only his knowledge, but his personality. His forceful but very pleasant way of trying to educate me about my body, how it worked, what I had to do to make it work better. That was very important to me.
Initially, when I had my injury and for the subsequent years, I went from being a very active person to completely being bedridden. I feel that what makes InMotion physical therapy so unique is working with an individual who has a lot of experience, knowledge, is very intelligent, and approaches the treatment plan very creatively in order to do something that other therapists were not ever able to do for me.
I was a four-year starting goalie, went in without the expectation of the physical work that went into playing. My hips started to really get stiff and irritated and inflamed, and after 4 years of play, I actually had to get a hip surgery on a hip scope for each hip.
When you're playing water polo and throwing or doing any motion where you're using your rib cage versus your pelvis.
Working with Brian it's very easy. He lays out everything for you. He gives you the tools you need to really speed your own success. He works with you during your meetings with him, and he's very personable, and you can really talk with him, relax, understand what he's saying. He explains everything very well, very clear. He sends you home and makes sure every single time you come in, you're doing your exercises, you're staying on top of your business, and you're really taking care of yourself.
I was in a car accident where I had severe whiplash. I had two small children, and I didn't think I could do it. My little one had just learned to walk. He, made it work. I felt very reassured by his confidence in my ability to get better. I don't feel like I'm plugged into an ultrasound machine and just sort of left on my own for 20 minutes. It's all very intuitive, deep body work if that's what I need, very reactive to my particular body needs. He takes meticulous notes. He somehow manages to capture a lot of information but keep the session going. Even if it's been a year or a week, he always knows exactly where my body is.
Probably one of the most important parts of the InMotion approach is to engage the patient's motor cortex from the beginning so that the patient understands how to control that joint and able to fire the muscles efficiently around that joint. The improvements that we see in people's strength are huge in just one day. And that's not because the muscle's gotten bigger, it's because the motor units coming down from the brain are getting more electrical activity, and it's actually firing more efficiently. So what we're doing is really getting their electrical system tuned up.
Thanks to InMotion Physical Therapy, and especially Brian, I'm back doing all the things I love doing. I'm backpacking, I'm hiking, I'm playing water polo, I'm cycling, and I'm running. And he really gave me the tools I needed for recovery and to really have complete success after surgery.
Within 4 to 6 sessions of working with Brian, he was able to get me to the point where I could resume all the activities that I love doing, such as hiking and swimming, and I do a cross-training class that's very vigorous. I'm so thankful to him for giving me my life back.
I'm encouraged. The enthusiasm of Bryant, who has showed me that actually if I do follow a number of things that he has taught me, that I will be able to do a lot more than I've been willing to do in the past 6 months.
At InMotion, we're able to offer a wealth of clinical experience that combined with manual therapy techniques and innovative exercise training techniques lead to quick, rapid healing and sustained health.